So, at the end of the last episode, I told you we were going to talk about the three things I keep in my closet at all times so I'm never caught off guard, right? And that's either for an interview, a dinner, or anything in between. And if you watched my short on this particular topic, you already know what's coming. But we're going to go deeper today because there's a whole philosophy behind these three items that I couldn't unpack in a 60-second video. This isn't a what to wear in an interview type of video, okay? You're a professional, right? You know how to look put together. This is about actually making sure you're ready when the moment comes. Not scrambling around, not making something work that wasn't meant to. Not doing an interview or a Zoom interview in a shirt that doesn't fit because it was the only option in your closet. All right, so let's talk about it. Here's something that doesn't get said enough. When you're laid off or job searching while you're employed because you're miserable, which is its own kind of exhausting, your confidence is taking hits on a regular basis. Rejections, ghosting, the general chaos and diabolicism, if that's a word, of this job market. Your mental and emotional energy is being spent in a lot of different places. What you wear to an interview isn't going to get you the job on its own, but feeling like you put yourself together with intention, that does something to how you carry yourself on camera, how you introduce yourself, how you tell your story, how quickly you shrink or keep it together when a question catches you off guard. I learned this the hard way. So let me tell you about a time I had to do this pre-recorded video interview on Loom. At the time, the only button up that I had was a maternity one I was gifted when I was pregnant, which was designed for a much larger version of myself. So I'm on this Loom trying to look cute, okay? Had my sleeves rolled up a little bit, had my statement necklace on, my pearl earrings on, and they were doing the best that they could. But friend, when I tell you I looked a mess, I looked a hot mess. The shirt was swallowing me whole. You could see it in how I was sitting, how I was talking to camera, and how I was presenting myself. I watched it back and I felt embarrassed. Not because I was saying the wrong thing, but because I looked like I had borrowed somebody else's clothes and hope nobody would notice. And then later in my search, when I actually found a button up on sale that fit my body, same interview format, same me, nothing changed. Like I could feel the difference immediately. I wasn't thinking about the shirt anymore. I was just talking. And that's the whole point. Confidence isn't just a mindset thing, right? Like sometimes it's a shirt that actually fits. All right, friends, so let's get into the three things. Item number one, a white button up. Not a maternity button up, not your daddy's oversized button up that you borrowed from him like 3 years ago. A white button up that actually fits your body right now. Here's why this piece earns its spot in your closet, okay? It's clean, it's crisp, it gives intentional without being stiff. On a virtual call, like this shirt presents well, and it keeps the focus on your face and what you're actually saying, and it lets the interviewer know that you showed up on purpose. All of that matters. You can find a great button up anywhere, honestly. I found mine at Old Navy on sale for like $15. You can find one at J. Crew Factory, Banana Republic Factory, Quince if you like sustainable options. The point here is that you don't need to spend a lot of money. You just need one that fits your actual body right now and doesn't require you to style around like all of its problems. When I say a shirt that fits your actual body, I mean it literally. I'm a bustier person, so I needed a button up that would close across my chest without performing some kind of magic trick every time I moved. Nobody has time for a button to pop open mid-interview, okay? Like the goal is for the interviewer to focus on how great I am, right? Not the fact that my shirt is fighting my body the entire time. Find the fit that works for you specifically, because that's the version that you need to keep in your closet at all times. Okay, let's move on to item number two, and that's a blazer. It can be black, navy, or gray. Just pick one and commit to it. I chose a safe route when it came to picking a blazer. I picked black because it's pretty universal. When you wear a black blazer with a white button up, like it's the standard interview uniform. It reads professional, it looks good on camera and in person, and it can be worn for every single industry and every single format that you're interviewing, be it in person virtual, or whatever. But if black feels too stark on you, navy is a great alternative. And honestly, I'm considering adding a navy suit to my rotation because it looks better on me. Gray also works. The point is that you have a structured blazer and a neutral that makes you look like you mean business. And here's the thing about a blazer specifically. It's the piece that transforms everything underneath it, right? Like you could have on a pair of jeans and a basic top, and the moment you put on a blazer, like the whole look shifts. It reads as put together in a way that very few other pieces can do. So affordable options can be found at J. Crew Factory, Banana Republic Factory, Quince, Old Navy. You can thrift at ThredUp or even Depop or at your local consignment shop. I still have my oversized blazer because I haven't found the perfect one for me yet, but my plan is to possibly thrift one from those thrift stores or thrift shops online. And I've seen some for as low as $10 on those websites that I mentioned. The point here is that you don't need to spend a lot of money on a blazer, right? You just need one that actually fits your shoulders correctly, because a blazer that doesn't fit your shoulders like in the right way, that means it doesn't fit anywhere else. And then the third item I want to talk about, stud earrings. These could be pearl studs, diamond studs, cubic zirconia, whatever you have or whatever you like. Just keep it simple, right? Like a stud earring is minimal, it's polished, and it completes the look without being distracting. On a virtual interview, when someone's looking at your face and shoulders, because that's pretty much all that they see in those calls, a small earring won't take away from what they should actually be paying attention to, and that's you and how amazing you are. This is probably the easiest and most affordable thing on this list that you can get. Pavoy on Amazon has a bunch of different options to choose from. I actually got both of the pairs I'm showing here from that brand. Those 3 items are your virtual interview non-negotiables, okay? From the shoulders up, you're covered. You look put together, and you're ready to nail that interview. But I want to talk about what happens when the interview ends up being in person. You could be applying for hybrid or in-person jobs, and even some remote jobs still sometimes require like in-person final round interviews. You don't want to be scrambling again for pants the night before. So be sure to add a black, navy, or gray pair of trousers to your capsule. Not dress pants from 10 years ago, friend. Okay, we gotta let those go, especially if they don't fit anymore. But a current pair in a neutral color that works with your blazer that you chose. And while you're at it, like think about your shoes too. A black pump, a loafer, a cute pointed flat. Nothing that requires you to break it in the day of the interview. These 5 items are your interview capsule, okay? Like your blazer, your button up, your stud earrings, your trousers, and one shoe option. Like these are the 5 pieces that live in your closet and are ready to go when you are. And here's the honest truth. When I landed an in-person interview for a hybrid role while I was on my search, I didn't have this capsule together. I had oversized trousers from when I was a little heavier, my maternity button up that I love raving about on this channel, and that oversized blazer. I was doing the absolute most trying to make it all work together. And the mental energy that went into just figuring out what to wear to that interview, on top of already being nervous about the interview itself anyway, was unnecessary stress that I didn't need. When you have these pieces already sourced and ready to go, you eliminate all that stress entirely. The interview is already stressful enough, and your outfit shouldn't be adding to that stress. You want to walk in or log onto the computer if it's virtual, thinking about how you're going to nail your answers, okay? Not whether your blazer fits. And here's the thing I love about this capsule. It's not just for interviews. A white button up, a blazer, a pair of stud earrings work for a client presentation, for church, a business lunch, a networking event. The list goes on and on. These pieces tell people that when you show up, you show out. So people will know that you actually take yourself seriously. This is what intentional dressing actually looks like in real life. You're not building a costume for a specific occasion. You're building a foundation for whatever life throws at you. And that's what this whole wardrobe series is about. Like, not dressing for the life you had before or your future version of yourself. This is about dressing for the life that you're living right now, especially if you're job hunting, right? Like opportunity can knock on your door whenever, and you want to be ready when it does. All right, that's all I have for you today, friend. Next episode, we're going to put together the full capsule wardrobe framework for the life you're living right now. Whether you're working from home, you have school drop-offs or weekend errands, or you have an occasional nice dinner or a last-minute interview. Also, drop a comment below and tell me, do you have your interview capsule ready right now? Or are you realizing you actually need to go find a blazer? Because I still need a blazer myself. And if you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe and share it with someone who has an interview coming up. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.